Hey everybody, welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. Diane's back. You weren't feeling well. You're all better now though.
Christmas green.
Okay, and Waffles is here. Waffles! Yes, we're so excited. All right, so day 7 of Vlogmas.
Yeah.
And a whole week now. We're full week into this. And lots of fun things that we've shared. But we'd like to share with you the biggest fight we've ever had.
It was a humdinger.
So, stick around.
Hi, Uncle Ed and Auntie Bag. Today we're going to be doing number 6 and 7 on our cool advent calendar. Let's open them up. Here's 7.
Oh, I found 6.
I found 6. You go first. Okay. Here's number 7.
What's in there, Katie girl?
It's a cool new puzzle.
In number 6, we also have a cool puzzle.
Okay, so we just finished with number 6 and 7, and now we're going to show you what they say. So mine says, "You make me melt," with Minnie Mouse kissing a snowman, with Mickey and with the Walt Disneyland castle in the background.
Mine's number 6, and mine says, "Nice to snow you," with Mickey Mouse and his little snowman friend. Thank you, Uncle Ed.
Thank you, Auntie Di.
We're looking forward to tomorrow's puzzle.
Well, I am so excited that our niece and nephew, the other family that I gave the puzzles to, are doing their puzzles. And they did 2 to show us, both of them. Now, yesterday we saw the Nice to Snow You. And it's cool because Mickey introduces us to the snowman. But today, You Make Me Melt, Minnie is kissing the snowman. And he's getting a little hot under the collar. Okay, we are looking at another day in the 25 days of the Christmas story. Today we're looking at the angel Gabriel. And when we think of angels, we often think of those beautiful, cute, sit on the cloud or big wings, and we put them on tops of trees and everybody thinks they're pretty incredible. But every time this angel that we're talking about today, Gabriel, showed up in the Bible, one of the first things he had to say was, "Do not be afraid." And why was that? Because usually people fell on the face as if dead. They were shocked and just amazed because they came from the presence of God, and Gabriel was just there, and it's amazing, and it broke through our natural order to have this majestic creature come and share. Well, here we're going back to the story of Zechariah, where Gabriel is coming to him and letting him know about that he's going to be having a child. And here's when Zechariah questions him about that. The angel answered him, "I am Gabriel who stands in the presence of God." How incredible is that? "And I was sent to speak to you and tell you this good news." The Bible is full of messengers, people who share the good news. That is exactly what the gospel literally means. The word gospel means good news. And so we have the good news of the birth of Jesus and the Christmas story. Okay, so what's up with this fight? We don't fight.
Yeah, well, this one was a whopper. You know, the truth is, everybody probably went out and got their Christmas tree this weekend. And maybe you had the same fight as us. But, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been married 35 years this year.
Yes.
And we don't fight that often.
No, we actually don't fight a whole lot. But early on in our marriage, we had some strong opinions about Christmas trees.
This was our first year of marriage.
Yeah.
just getting used to the whole sharing your life part, and the holidays came around, and it was time to go shopping for the Christmas tree.
And my family grew up with trees. If you've watched our video on how to decorate a tree, you know that one of the principles is putting ornaments deep in. So my family grew up with silver tips and fir trees that had lots of space between the branches. So that you could,
Brown trees.
they of course aren't Charlie Brown trees, but Diane has the best humor. They stood strong, tall. We're going to have the tree fight right now. No. And you grew up with what kind of a tree?
Well, first off, we always packed up the station wagon, had a little thing of hot chocolate, went up to the snow, tromped through the snow to find the perfect tree for our home, and sawed it down ourselves and played in the snow, had hot chocolate, and came home to decorate our tree. It was a thing. It was a thing.
And our first year, we were in Chicago, and it wasn't snowy. It was just muddy.
Church mice.
Poor as church mice. Didn't know where to go to cut down a tree. We went to a lot.
Parking lot. Mall parking lot.
Can you see how expectations are playing into getting ready to sort of bang here?
Yeah. Newly married, like just months at that point.
Yes.
And although, I was the perfect bride.
Perfect.
Going to the tree lot in the parking lot and expecting to buy a beautiful, fluffy, perfect tree for my first home, my first Christmas with my beloved new husband. And then he starts picking out Charlie Brown trees. He went to one part of the lot and I'm in another, and I wanted it tall, and of course we were poor, so we couldn't afford a tall one. And he's looking at these Charlie Brown trees, and my Christmas is going.
Which in reality, the trees I like are very expensive, or that I thought I liked back then. We've since obviously settled. But
that first night.
That first night.
There we are
Yeah.
in the mall parking lot. Like, I thought it was going to come to blows. It was ugly. It was horrible. And trying to marry expectations of Christmas can be a life-threatening event.
Yes.
I mean, it's just...
This is why the holidays are so hard in general for people, because we come to it with so many expectations.
Yeah.
And life rarely lives up to our expectations.
Right.
And then when you're bringing two people's expectations...
And the problem was we had not communicated well enough in advance what our former expectations were and what we were hoping to build in our own household and our own. Because now I understand that this is a thing for you. That like you just love your ornaments and the stories, and that everything is cherished and so forth. And I grew up where every tree was different every year. Like we choose a blue tree or the red tree or the ice cream cone tree or whatever it was. There was a theme and it was fluffy and we added ribbon, but the ornaments could be thrown away because,
nobody cared.
Yeah, they were just,
and
no
because
stories,
she got
no
fluffy
connection.
trees and theme trees, which I don't lay for. I would always joke, I don't like ornaments to lay on the tree. I like them to hang from a branch. And so we have settled now over the years, even when we were doing the live trees. We found a Douglas fir generally worked for us. There was enough fluff, enough space. We could make it work. We found the compromise that worked for us. But we had that contention for actually a couple years.
Yeah, there was
never
a little
as
bit
bad
of
as the
meshing.
first one. It took a
really
while.
would have been solved with a little bit of communication beforehand.
Yes.
If I would have expressed to him, this needs to be an event, and we need hot chocolate, and we need to make it special and charming, and not a mall parking lot, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And then that it's a thing to put up the tree and make that a wonderful experience, because it is a lot of work. Why be cranky?
Exactly.
So if you start fighting, not farting, that would be bad. Fighting in the parking lot, it's just going to keep going.
Right,
And
right.
all of a sudden Christmas is...
So the key to all of this, besides just laughing at our silliness and our opinions getting in the mix there, the key is talk about your expectations, talk about your values, talk about what you are looking in this experience.
What's important to you.
What's important to you. And
is that the hill to die on? In a
Right,
marriage,
yeah.
especially.
A Christmas tree shouldn't be the hill to die on.
No.
Very few things actually are.
But
so
if you let your
talk
partner
through them.
know,
Yeah,
this is really important to me.
right.
I want to do everything to make him happy.
And it's not about winning. It never is about winning. While she did come my direction towards understanding my values and not doing the annual different themes and stuff, and she moved that way, I also moved her way in getting trees that were a little fuller. We found a compromise where both of us could really develop our own experiences and our own traditions and our own look for our tree. So this is not just a principle for Christmas trees. It's a principle for marital communication, relationships, parent-child communication. So who knew you were coming to Vlogmas for just fun, silly Christmas stuff, and you got some good marital advice.
That's right. 35 years has, we've crossed that bridge.
yeah,
So
yeah.
listen to us. Talk first. Shop second.
Yeah,
So
there you go. All right.